Welcome back. We are Two Finger Spirits. This was your idea, what we're doing here today, right?
I come up with all the good ideas.
Yeah. Put me on camera instead of you, for one.
Obviously.
So what are we going to do? Why don't you talk to the people about what we're doing here?
Well, it's safe to mention that there's no live studio audience today. You know, someone's got to watch the children.
Yeah.
But anyway, so today we're taking our absolute favorite, the Jack Daniel's SBBP.
We just love that Jack Daniel's SBBP.
I know, it's funny because it's a Jack Daniel's product too. Like, I would never thought that.
Right.
Anyway, and we're putting it up against what I think may be my new #1 favorite ever, which is the Elijah Craig C922, which is the C batch of this year.
Yeah.
Originally, my favorite bottle of all time was the B batch of last year, the B521.
And then you were disappointed with one of them.
I was extremely disappointed.
And I don't think I was.
I didn't like the B batch this year. B522 I didn't even like it.
So the Elijah Craig is from Heaven Hill. Jack Daniel's is obviously a Brown Foreman. Mash bill of the Elijah Craig is 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye. Jack Daniel's 80% corn, 12% rye, and 8% malted barley. So pretty close. Proof on the Elijah Craig's 124.8. On this Jack Daniel's, it's 126.5. No age statement on Jack Daniel's. On the Elijah Craig, it's 12-year. And MSRP for Jack is 65. And MSRP for Elijah is 70. And, yeah.
We're straight up comparing pretty much two very similar products here.
Yeah.
Although we have to say that...
And you got a pour, right?
Yeah, the Jack Daniel's goes through the Lincoln County process, right?
I believe so. It doesn't say Tennessee whiskey on this. Oh, it does say Tennessee whiskey, yeah.
Isn't the same stuff that's in the old #7?
Huh?
Isn't the old #7?
I believe it's the same mash bill, and I believe it goes through the Lincoln County process. It says Tennessee whiskey, so.
That's the only major difference?
I guess so, yeah, right?
All right. So, Brandon's taking these blind. I know what they are.
You know what yours are, and you know what mine are.
Yeah, you know what? Brandon poured mine blind. I guessed them right away.
I get cream cherry on the nose of this one. It is a delightful, delightful, delightful nose. Not high on the ethanol. Nice oak. Really, really inviting.
Wow, that's good. I also get creamsicle on that.
But mine's cherry cream.
Oh.
Not like an orange creamsicle. Like cherry and cream, maybe even a little bit of cherry cola. It is really outstanding.
What do you get on that?
It's incredibly robust. Still with that nice cherry. The oak comes through more. The oak comes through more on the palate, and then even more so on the finish for this one. I'm pretty sure this is the Elijah Craig.
Well, I didn't want to do this blind in the first place. Yeah, that's the Elijah Craig. And let's talk about it. It has like a spree taste on the finish.
Like those little hard candy things?
Yeah, this is so good. But you nailed it on the blind taste test. And when you get to the SBBP, it's just night and day. So take a sip of water and just quick humor me and just take a sip of SBBP.
That is very good.
It's delicious.
I think I'm going to like this one better.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah. The nose is a little more mild. It's not as up front or as strong as this nose. And by strong, I don't mean it's strong in ethanol, because neither of them are strong in ethanol on the nose for me.
No, neither of them were.
I think for someone that's just getting into whiskey, yeah, these will burn. Much more mild, not as robust on the nose. More like sweet oak.
It's got that Brown Foreman taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little bit of the peanut.
Wow.
They're completely different.
They are completely different.
Hence the reason why there was no purpose to going blind.
Now this tastes bitter on the finish.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing. but it's still so good.
It falls a little bit flat compared to this. It's not as robust on the nose, the palate. It finishes strong, but it finishes a little bitter now. And I think that might be a chemical reaction between the two because I never got bitter off this before.
I don't think so because I had the SBBP the other day, and I had the same. I tasted exactly the same, and then I had the Elijah Craig after.
No, because this was never bitter before.
Well, don't get it wrong; it's still delicious. It's still my absolute favorite of all time. I just think the Elijah Craig C batch 922 is better, not to be mistaken with the B batch 522, which I did not like.
That's very good.
I tell you, this might be my favorite whiskey of all time.
Really, all those barrels that we had, the barrel bourbon.
I like this better. I do like the barrels, like especially that Pancakes at Dawn one from
those are all blends though. These are single barrel products, right? Those barrel ones are that's barrel strength, but they blend them together to get the profile.
And like the batch 28 was probably my favorite of the regular batches. My favorite of the picks was this Total Wine Pancakes at Dawn. And I still think, I think I have a bottle of Pancakes at Dawn somewhere.
Winner.
Dude, this is
Elijah Craig.
It's the best.
By how much? Is it marginal, or are you saying it pulls ahead quite a bit?
It depends. So I picked this bottle up for $75. I would pay $75 again for it in a heartbeat, even if they were sitting on the shelf next to each other.
I like getting Jack for under 70.
Me too.
If it was over 70, I'm not sure I would.
And I probably still would. Stop making a ruckus. Talking here. I really think the Elijah Craig. If I could find it, if I can find it again, I'll get it again.
We've been looking for it. If you got any leads on the Elijah Craig,
anywhere close to the New Haven area, and we mean close because we don't like to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway,
how about a quote?
Give me a quote.
Let's do it. So this is from a podcast I listened to, and I don't remember who said it, but this is a line from the podcast. He said, "There is value in understanding what you do not understand."
So you're saying, since I understand nothing, I'm valuable?
Almost the exact opposite.
Oh.
Priceless. You're priceless, pal.
So cheap. I'm cheap.
You're worth nothing.
Worthless.
Worthless. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate your support. You've been a gift to us, and you delight us. And this is just the whiskey talking. So come back next Wednesday. Cheers.
Leave some comments. We love you guys.
Yeah.